I got to be on a wheelchair because when I was 3 months old, I had a bleeding in my back, and it just left me paralyzed from the here downwards.
How did you feel the first time you used Rewalk?
Well, I saw it as a challenge. I really wanted to learn how to walk in it. That's the way I saw it in the beginning. It's quite a process to learn how to walk in it. But when I got to a stage that I was really walking, I think it started to play with my mind a bit. I sort of started to feel like my brain knew what it was like to actually walk properly, even though I've never walked before. So it was amazing.
Trying to remember. Do you know, could you walk us through how was the invention developed? As far as you know.
Well, I know it developed through, I know Amit invented it, Amit Goffer, and it was a thing that he started at his house. For years and years, it was just him on his own, working on it with help with maybe a few people. And I don't know much about it actually, the development and everything. I know this company is settled as a company for 6 years, I think.
Can you talk just a bit about how, when you started using it, kind of the process of getting acclimated to it?
The first time I came into this office, I just came to look at how it looked from the side and give my own opinion about it. It wasn't clear if I would start using it or not, but very, very soon afterwards, we decided I will try and use it because I fitted in the criteria for using it. I'm a spinal cord injury, and I'm tall enough, and so then afterwards, I just started using it. I understood that it would be a process. And in the beginning, I would only walk, and I would only stand, and then maybe do a first step, and then do 2 steps. And because I started doing working for Rewalk and for their R&D and doing all kinds of tests on the Rewalk. Then I was here every day, and the process came a bit more intensive, and my walking got better and better by the day. So.
Were you skeptical when you first heard about Rewalk? Did it sound a little too good to be true or unbelievable?
Not at all. I believed in it from the beginning. I was a bit skeptical about how many disabled people would want to use it. I come from a very different background. I was disabled from birth, you could say. And I'm very, you could say, acclimatized with the wheelchair. But I was amazed of the amount of people that come here or the amount of people I got to talk to, that just the feeling of standing up and walking would change their life completely, going back to standing up and walking.
What was it like for your family the first time they saw you walk?
They haven't seen me yet. I've only been here for 2 months, and I didn't want anybody to see it until I get really well at walking. I showed them videos and everything, and they think it's amazing.
Does that get them emotional, just seeing the videos so far? Or?
No, because I don't think, they don't have this dream of me going back to walking or anything. They know I'm happy with a wheelchair, and they're happy with me on a wheelchair, so they don't get emotional about it, but we admire the machine itself,
Do you have any idea what that first experience may be like when they finally see you? What's your guess of what's it may be like?
I'm not sure. A lot of smiles, I guess. We're not a crying family, so I don't think there'll be any crying. But I'm sure they'll be happy for me.
So, have you ever really felt frustrated with not being able to walk? Have there been experiences where you've just been like, oh my god, if only I could walk?
I would really want to know how it feels. I wanted to know the feeling. You know, I made a point of not having anything that I couldn't do on a wheelchair. I can do anything on a wheelchair, and I'm independent. I live my life and everything. So not from that point of view, but just the feeling of walking. I was frustrated because I think I would really enjoy just. I'm in sports, so I think I would enjoy doing sports that involve running and being active. So there was a little bit of frustration. There is frustration when people treat you like you're disabled. So, yeah.
Do people treat you differently whenever you're in the device? Like less like you're disabled, more as you have more ability? Because you said you were frustrated.
I haven't been enough out from the office with the device enough to say. But people, from my experience, I saw how people look at Radi when he walks and everything. It amazes people, and they admire him just for walking with the device, which is amazing.
How is working here different than other jobs you've had before?
It's my first job. It's a really nice environment, and I feel like I can influence and really, I can give from myself and be really. The company can benefit from me, which is always a good feeling. And it's like a family here. That's the feeling.
So, never mind.
Can you tell us a little bit about your athletic background?
That's the same question.
I'm a swimmer. I've been swimming all my life, and through the years I've got good enough to compete internationally. I've been in 3 Paralympics, Athens, Beijing, and London. 8 Olympic medals. That's it, more or less.
What's it like representing Israel on an international stage like that?
I think I've just not long ago thought about it, that my first Olympics, I was actually I was a youngster, I was 17. And through the years, I understood more and more. I felt like I was representing Israel more and more as long as I got older. I understood the meaning of it. And at the end, I knew, today I know that even when I compete and I train, I do it because I like it. And I think it gives me a lot as a person. But none of the less, I feel that my purpose is to put the Israeli flag in front of other flags. And to be in a podium, holding the Israeli flag or watching the Israeli flag go up, it's an amazing feel, really.
Have you won gold?
In World Championships, yes. So I've got to hear the tikva a few times.
Have you experienced anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli in any of your competing competition history?
Not really. I have competitors that seem to be more friendly, and a few that stay away. Sometimes it feels like maybe it's because of that. But I don't make a big deal out of it.
Do you think, like, sorry, I'm hogging all the questions. Do you think a device like Rewalk has the ability to, like, change the narrative about Israel and make it less about the conflict and more about the positive things coming from here?
I think Israel as a country benefits a lot from its high technology things, high tech, very the scientific side. The fact that we're ahead of in the world in these fields, I think it has a great meaning for making people look at Israel as a better place, a very intelligent country, and all of that. So Rewalk is part of that, in my opinion.